And I want to bring in former federal prosecutor and MSNBC legal analyst Kendalll Coffee. Kendalll, let me first get your gut reaction to these documents here.
Well, I think they're dramatic, they're startling, and like it or not, I think to some extent they do reopen the case in the court of public opinion. When the prosecutor said, in a rather extraordinary thing for a prosecutor to do back in 2008, that the parents are clear, that the DNA evidence cleared them, one might have thought, even if that didn't get a lot of attention, that at least this terrible cloud hanging over parents would once and for all be gone. But with a determination by a grand jury, not approved by the DA, we know that no charges were brought. It was not, in a legal sense, a valid indictment, but nevertheless, a grand jury, individuals, responsible individuals, presumably determined that there was probable cause to believe that the parents were significantly implicated in the death of their daughter. When that kind of thing becomes a public document, of course the public opinion, the court of public opinion is starting to speculate again.
Let's go from court of public opinion to the real courts here. I mean, when you look at this indictment here, it says that they permitted a child to be unreasonably placed in a situation which posed a threat of injury to the child's life or health, which resulted in the death of JonBenét. It also says they failed to render assistance or to a person with intent to hinder, delay, and prevent the discovery, detention, apprehension, prosecution, conviction, and punishment. Basically, they, according to this indictment, helped whomever killed JonBenét Rэмsi. You will have people who are not legal experts. I am not one. Help us understand why this did not result in charges and ultimately a day in court where all of this could have been made public 2 decades ago.
Well, and of course, what's so difficult, Chairman, is we've got the conclusion, but we don't have the explanation. We've only got even a portion of the indictment. The chief prosecutor is the chief law enforcement officer. He has to decide, it was a guy named Alex Hunter at the time, whether there is enough evidence to prove guilt beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. That's a different standard than actual indictment, which is probable cause. So it's the job of a prosecutor to say, not only does an arresting officer have probable cause, or does a grand jury have probable cause, do I believe there is proof beyond a reasonable doubt such that there's a good likelihood of conviction. He didn't find this to be a prosecutable case. It wasn't until years later that another DA said, not only is this not a prosecutable case, I think the parents were innocent all along.
All right, Kendalll Coffee, as you pointed out, this does not, I think, close the door on public opinion and the conversation that may go on forever regarding this child and how she died. Thank you very much. Also developing now, authorities say DNA tests